Hello, Mrs. Vashni. When you are
Hello, sister.
please tell us.
Sister, sorry.
When you are ready, please tell us.
Pardon, sister, I can't hear you properly.
Are you ready? Can we start?
Yeah, we are okay, sister.
Your students.
Yeah, our students and
Can we start then?
yeah, Madam Principal is here.
Principal is here. Students are also there. We can
students
start, or
are
we
here.
have to wait for one
Yeah. No, we can start,
okay, then
sister.
Okay. Julie ma'am, please start.
Pleasant evening to our principal, Sister Reverend Sister Alice SJC, and our manager, Sister Leo, our primary head, Sister Elga, our kindergarten head, Sister Solly, principal of St. Paul's School, Dr. Ms. Sumetha Javiya, British Council International Coordinator, Ms. Deepthi Vijay Singh, British Council Club Head, Ms. Bhashni, Ms. Oshni Dhanjana, past president of GV Club, Mr. Ragesh, IDS coordinator of St. Mary's, Ms. Raja, activity in charge, and all faculty and students of both the schools gathered here. It's very interesting to note that both of our countries are following the same parliamentary system of democratic governance. So both our systems are relatable and comparable. This collaborative project may help our students to gauge the governance system of other countries as well as compare with their own country. So expecting to generate constructive deliberations in the coming hours. May I request the principal of St. Mary's English Medium School, Reverend Sister Alice SJC, to start this session with a prayer and message.
Okay. A pleasant evening to another present in this virtual gathering. I would like to address all of you, friends, because the other day's interaction with Mrs. Dashni made us friends. Sri Lankan school friends and also St. Mary's school friends. So, my dear friends, I am extremely happy to begin this interactive session of two schools with a short prayerful reflection. Two schools are St. Mary's English Medium School India, St. Paul's English Medium School Sri Lanka. And by reflection, first of all, let me quote a Bible sentence. If two or three gather in Lord's name, His presence we have assured amidst the gathering. Yes, let us believe that in this gathering also, in this virtual gathering also, God's presence is assured. Closing our eyes for a moment, let us call the name of Lord. Lord, bless all those who attend this meeting. Yes, Lord, please bless the lips and tongues of all those who talk in this meeting. Bless the hands and hearts of all those who worked sincerely for making this gathering a fruitful one. Bless both our school families, St. Paul's school family and St. Mary's school family. Thank you.
Next, may I invite Mr. Rakesh, IDS coordinator of St. Mary's English Medium School, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Julie ma'am. Thank you, sister. So, good evening to all, one and all present in this virtual meeting. I am Rakesh, the IDS coordinator for St. Mary's English Medium School. I take this opportunity to welcome all those dignitaries who are in this meeting. It's my pleasure to welcome to such an event in this challenging environment. And first of all, let me thank Bashini ma'am to arrange such wonderful children. I have saw their work. They have done their work very well. And our students, St. Mary's School team, Radha ma'am and all others, welcome here. And it's our last activity. And in this last activity, let our students interact with one another in a positive note. Let them interact with each other, share their concerns, share their knowledge, and and welcome all other dignitaries also, Principal ma'am from St. Paul's School, all other dignitaries present here to this wonderful occasion. And I wish this to be a memorable event in each one of our life in this challenging environment. So once again, in the name of St. Mary's School, I welcome all of you, students, teachers, and all other dignitaries present here. Thank you, and thank you. Julie ma'am.
Can you repeat it once?
May I welcome Dr. Ms. Sumedha Jeremia, the principal of St. Paul's Girls' School, for the introductory message.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Bashini,
Yes, madam. Can hear, madam.
shall I start now?
Okay, madam.
Good evening, everyone. Firstly, extremely sorry for not opening the video because actually I am out of the school at the moment. Principal, Sister Anis, and all our medium school in India, and to teacher in charge, Global Vision Club of St. Paul's Girls' School, Milagiriya, Bashini Nirmani, and Ms. Kumudu Gunaratna. I am very delighted to address you at this moment as a principal of St. Paul's Girls' School, Milagiriya. While promoting learning teaching process in school, I love to give opportunities to expand your thinking capacity with the globe. Global Vision Club of St. Paul's Girls' School, Milagiri has done a great work on that. I'm very proud of you, my dear daughters and two teachers. I feel this is holistic education we need to promote in schools to build up global citizens who can cope up with the rest of the world. The project like cultural exchange, I feel it gives the great platform for students in both countries to improve leadership qualities, friendships, tolerance, and share their thoughts and their culture. So you learn to value other cultures also. I believe integrated one. This is the one actually, those are the things we want to promote other than through exams. My dear daughters, I wish you all the best, and I would like to give my support further and further to continue your friendship work like this. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
You're
madam.
welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, we call Mr. Arma, our some of the activities. Now, we invite Mr. Arma, who's the activity in charge, as well as now we invite Ms. Nada, who is the British Council activity in charge of our school and Social Science Department HOD to support the activity.
Warm greetings to all. It's my pleasure to present the complete details of the activities of our school for the British Council accreditation. St. Mary's School started the activities 2 years back, but due to the pandemic situation, we couldn't execute what we had planned. By God's grace and earnest support and encouragement of our principal, Reverend Sister Annis SJC, we were able to start our activities in June itself. The first activity conducted in our school was the school cabinet election, which was conducted by following all the criteria and formalities of a general election. The second in-house activity, which was conducted here, was the Moth Parliament session. On 20th January, students of grades 9 and 11 took part in the session. They were divided into two groups, the ruling party and the opposition party. There, I saw an energetic and vibrant group who were strongly opposing the ruling party and at the same time upholding the values of Indian democracy. The last program of our British Council activities, the interactive session with the students of St. Paul's School, Sri Lanka. Here, our students are ready to share the main features of Indian administrative system as well as Sri Lankan system. I hope this session will be helpful for both the schools to know more about the governing systems of these two nations. All the best to all the students who are going to interact with each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Yadavan. Now, our enthusiastic students of St. Mary's will present the role of Indian parliamentary system and which will be followed by the Sri Lankan parliamentary system discussions of the Sri Lankan parliamentary system. Thank you.
Hello everyone. A cheerful evening to all. all. I'm immensely delighted to welcome each one of you to this auspicious
Parliament of India. First, let us talk about the meaning of Parliament. A parliament is an assembly of the representatives of a political nation. The Parliament of India is the supreme legislative body of the Republic of India. It is a bicameral legislature composed of the President Sabha, which is also known as the House of People, and Rajya Sabha. Is the Parliament building, which is located in New Delhi, India's capital.
Now, let us talk about the history of our parliament. This building is 95 years old. The foundation stone is laid by Duke of Connaught. The building was designed by the British architects Sir Edwin Lutyens and Sir Herbert Baker. It took almost 6 years to complete. It was inaugurated by Lord Irwin in 1927. Following the end of British rule in India, it was taken over by the Indian Parliament once India's constitution came into force in 1950.
Now, about the Lok Sabha, which is also known as the House of People. It is composed of representatives of the people. The Lok Sabha is the lower house of India's bicameral parliament. The picture here is taken inside the Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha floor carpet is green in color, which represents that India is an agricultural land and the people here are elected from grassroots level.
The maximum strength of the House envisaged by the Constitution is 552, which is made up by election of up to 530 members to represent the states and up to 20 members to represent the union territories. Between 1952 and 2020, two additional members of the Anglo-Indian community were also nominated by the President of India, which was abolished in January 2020 by the 104th Constitutional Amendment Act. Now the Lok Sabha has a seating capacity of 550 members. The majority of the members in Lok Sabha forms the ruling party. The current ruling party is Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP), and the leader of the ruling party is Shri Narendra Modi, who is consequently the leader.
Method of election. Members of Lok Sabha are elected by being voted upon by all the citizens of India who are above the age of 18 on the basis of universal adult suffrage. The term of the House. These members hold their seats for a period of 5 years, and the Lok Sabha can be dissolved by the President on the advice of Council of Ministers. Speaker. The Speaker of the Lok Sabha is the presiding officer and the highest authority of the Lok Sabha. The Speaker is elected generally in the first meeting of the Lok Sabha. The current Speaker of Lok Sabha is Shri Om Birla.
Moving forward, we have the money bill and the budget in Lok Sabha. Money bills are the bills related to finance. It can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha by a minister. It includes the financial matters like taxation and public expenditure. The union budget is the annual financial statement which contains the estimates of the expenditures of the union government for a new financial year, that is from April 1 onwards. The finance minister presents before the Lok Sabha the union budget. our Honorable Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presented the budget for 2021 this year before the Lok Sabha. Money bill is passed by Lok Sabha and sent to Rajya Sabha. That's all about the Lok Sabha or the House of People.
Now about the Rajya Sabha, which is also known as the Council of States. It is the upper house of the parliament. As shown in this picture, the Rajya Sabha's floor is red in color, which denotes royalty and also tells about the sacrifice done by our freedom fighters.
Rajya Sabha has a maximum membership of 245, of which 233 are elected by the legislatures of the states and union territories using single transferable votes through open ballot. The other 12 members are appointed by the president for their contributions to art, literature, science, etc.
Term. The Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. Its members are elected for a period of 6 years. Unlike the Lok Sabha, the Rajya Sabha is not subjected to dissolution. Officers. The Vice President of India is the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Sri Venkaiah Naidu is the current Vice President and hence the chairman of Rajya Sabha. Besides the chairman, there is also a position called the leader of the house. Sri Piyush Goyal is our current leader of the house. There is also a leader of the opposition. Sri Mallikarjun Kharge is our current leader of opposition. The money bill. A money bill can only be introduced in the Lok Sabha by a minister and only on the recommendation of the President of India. When the Lok Sabha passes a money bill, then the Lok Sabha sends the money bill to the Rajya Sabha for 14 days, during which it can make recommendations.
Now, let us see the appointment of Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers. The current President of India is Sri Ramnath Kovind. The President appoints the Prime Minister, who is either the leader of the majority party or a person who is able to win the confidence of the House. Narendra Modi is our current Prime Minister. Council of Ministers. The Council of Ministers are appointed by the President on the advice of the Prime Minister. They, along with the Prime Minister, form 15% of the strength of Lok Sabha. Jai Hind.
Now let us know few things about Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, formerly known as Ceylon, and officially the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka, which is governed by a semi-presidential system with a mixture of presidential system and a parliamentary system. Today, Sri Lanka is a multinational state, home to diverse cultures, languages, ethnicities. The official languages of Sri Lanka are Sinhala and Tamil. On 21st November 2019, Sri Mahinda Rajapaksa was appointed as the Prime Minister for a third term. Sri Gotabaya Rajapaksa was elected as the 7th executive president of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is divided into 9 provinces, which is further subdivided into 25 districts. The commercial capital of Sri Lanka is Colombo.
The government of Sri Lanka semi-presidential system. Executive branch. The president, directly elected for a 5-year term, is the head of the state, head of the government, and the commander-in-chief of the armed force, responsible to the parliament for the exercise of duties under constitution and laws. The president appoints and heads a cabinet of ministers responsible to parliament. The president's deputy is the prime minister.
The legislative branch. The president may summon, suspend, or end a legislative session and dissolve parliament any time after it has served for 1 year. The primary modification is that the party that receives the largest number of valid votes in each constituency gains a unique bonus seat. Since its independence in 1948, Sri Lanka has remained a member of the Commonwealth of Nations.
Judicial branch. The judiciary is the system of courts that interprets and applies the laws in the country. It's set out in the constitution, which defines courts as the independent institutions within the traditional framework of check and balances. The Sri Lankan courts are presided over by the professional judges. Judges of the Supreme Court are appointed by the president. Sri Lanka has a legal system which is an amalgam of the English common law, Rome Dutch civil law, and customary law.
Sri Lanka elects on national level a head of state, the president, and a legislature. The president is elected for a 5-year term by the people. The parliament has 225 members elected for a 5-year term. This interactive session was a great experience for us. Your thoughts and views were a great source of inspiration. I appreciate your efforts, dedication, and contribution towards this session. My heartfelt gratitude to all. I thank each one of you for your presence and making this a memorable occasion. This dynamic learning environment provided a positive, strong, and friendly bond between us.
Thank you, children. Now we have our long-awaited question. May I welcome the students of St. Paul's Girls' School for the constructive discussion and also for the clarification of doubts. The faculty of St. Paul's School as well as the BC club members are also welcome for the same. Vashina, I expect St. Paul's students to talk about the constructive discussions and doubt clarification.
Teacher, can we ask questions now? Because I can't, don't know whether I have a problem with the system. I echo your sound and I can't hear you properly. Can we start asking questions now?
You can. Yes, definitely. You can ask some questions.
All right, I will ask my girls. Girls, now you can start asking questions from St. Mary's School regarding the government or the parliament system. Yeah, Hirundi, Puta, you can switch on your mic and ask the question. You don't need to raise your hand. Other girls also, you can switch on the mic and ask the question.
I'm Hirundini Lanka Ranasinghe from St. Paul's, Minagiri. I want to know Indian parliamentary system is based on which model, like Westminster model or welfare state model or any other model?
Students of St. Mary's, did you hear the question? Yeah, please respond. Will you please repeat once again?
Hirundi, please repeat the question. They can't hear you.
Will you please repeat the question once again, it seems?
I want to know Indian parliamentary system is based on which model, like Westminster model or welfare state model or any other model?
It's based upon welfare state model. Our parliament is based upon Westminster model of Britain.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
I am Kevin Disananga Ranasinghe of St. Paul's Girls' School, Milagiri, Sri Lanka. I want to know how many sessions of the Lok Sabha take place in a year.
How many sessions?
Um, Hello, this is Srishti Vinay. And to answer your question, the Lok Sabha holds 3 meetings in a year.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions, please?
Hello, I'm Safia Jeffrey from St. Paul's Girls' School, Milagiri, Sri Lanka. I want to know what are the main important exports of your country that cause profit to the economic system of the country?
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, I want to know the main important exports of your country that cause profit to your economic system. Sorry.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Chinju Manoj from St. Mary's English Medium School. Our country is exporting mainly spice.
Spices, is it so? Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
I want to know what is the minimum requirement to appoint to the Lok Sabha.
Could you please speak once again?
The candidate, this is Isha Manoj here with the answer. The candidate should be at least 25 years old. He should be an Indian citizen. He should have his name in the electoral roll, and he shouldn't have he shouldn't have criminal records, and he should be the citizen of India. That's it.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Teachers, I have a question. I would like to know where the Lok Sabha is situated in India, the state.
Ma'am, the Lok Sabha is situated in New Delhi.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And ma'am, I would like to add one more point. New Delhi is our capital of India.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Safia here, Safia Jifri with another question. Just out of curiosity, who was the very first president of your country?
Rajendra Prasad. Dr. Rajendra
Alright.
Prasad.
Yes, and when was he appointed to his post?
1950.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, children, come out with questions.
Girls, you can ask questions from them because they have given this time for you all to ask questions.
Then Bashni ma'am, can we go for the second presentation from your side?
All right, then we'll go for the presentation.
Okay then.
Okay, according to the
Children, you are welcome for your presentation.
then according to the program, we'll have the first one, the presenter.
Ladies and gentlemen, and my dear colleagues, today I'm going to present to you the parliament system of Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka. Before the colonial period, Sri Lanka was a monarchy. Thereafter, administrative and governmental reforms were introduced under the Portuguese, Dutch, and British rulers. Sri Lanka is a democratic republic and a unitary state which is governed by a semi-presidential system with a mixture of a presidential system and a parliamentary system. Most provisions of the constitution can be amended by a two-thirds majority in parliament. The amendment of certain basic features such as the clauses on language, religion, and reference to Sri Lanka as a unitary state require both two-thirds majority and approval in nationwide referendum. The Parliament of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka is the supreme legislative body of Sri Lanka. It alone possesses legislative supremacy and thereby ultimate power over all the other political bodies in the island. It is modelled after the British Parliament. It consists of 225 members, known as Members of Parliament, shortly MPs. Members are elected by a proportional representation for 5-year terms with universal suffrage. The President of Sri Lanka has the power to summon, suspend, prorogue, or terminate a legislative session and to dissolve the Parliament. President can dissolve Parliament only after the lapse of 2.5 years or if 2/3 majority of members of Parliament request him. The actions of the President to either suspend or dissolve the Parliament is subject to legal scrutiny of the Supreme Court of Sri Lanka. The Speaker, or in his absence, the Deputy Speaker, and the Chairman of committees or the Deputy Chairman of the committees preside over Parliament. Of the 225 members, 196 are elected from 22 electoral districts, which are multi-member. The remaining 29 MPs are elected from national lists allocated to the parties and independent groups in proportion to their share of the national vote. Parliament has the power to make laws, including laws having a retrospective effect, and repealing or amending any position of the Constitution or adding any provision to the Constitution. The 16th Parliament of Sri Lanka is the current Parliament of Sri Lanka, with the membership determined by the results of the 2020 Parliament election. People Freedom Alliance, the majority winning 145 seats. So, Parliament, representing St. Paul's Girls' School, Milagria, to present the Parliament system of Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka. Honorable President, Speaker, Honorable Prime Minister, and the members of Parliament. Here is your time to represent the
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Is there any other clarification from your side about the Sri Lankan system?
After that, teacher, next one will be the Parliament Secretary General. So on will go up to 11 people. So at the end, we'll start the questioning.
Okay.
So the second one is the Parliament Secretary General.
Hello, I am Dhammika Disanayaka. I, as the General Secretary of the Parliament, is appointed by the President with the concurrence of the Parliamentary Council. I am the Chief Executive Officer of the Parliament. I can hold the office for a term of 3 years and are eligible for reappointment for further terms. I am given the following duties inside the Parliament. I am the Secretary to all committees established by the Parliament. My duty is to advise the Speaker and other presiding officers on matter relating to parliamentary procedure, constitutionality of bills, standing orders, privileges, and any other matters concerning the functioning of the Parliament. The staff of the Secretary General of the Parliament is appointed by me with the approval of the Speaker. People that are qualified as lawyers, chartered accountants, or have at least 20 years of experience in the company secretariat's field, and also the members of the Association of Chartered Secretariats and Administrators, or CIMA or CMA, you are qualified to become a General Secretary in the Sri Lankan Parliament. I am the General Secretary of the Parliament since 15 February 2012. Thank you.
Then next will be the Speaker of the Parliament.
Thank you, Ranudi.
I, Amina Azmi, as the Speaker of the Parliament, is appointed by the newly elected members of the Parliament for 5 years. If only one member is proposed, the Speaker is elected without any formal vote. However, if more than one nomination is received, a division vote is called. MPs vote for their candidate on such a date notified by the President. We are given the following duties inside the Parliament. The Speaker presides over the House's debates, determining which members may speak. The Speaker is also responsible for maintaining order during the debate and may punish members who break the rules of the House. The Speaker remains strictly non-partisan and re-announces all affiliation with his or her former politician of his term. The Speaker does not take part in debate or vote except to break ties. Apart from duties relating to presiding over the House, the Speaker also performs administrative and procedural functions and remains a constituency member of the Parliament. Currently, Honorable Mahinda Yapa Abewardena is the Speaker of the Parliament since 20th August 2020. Thank you.
Thank you, Asmi. Then the Prime Minister of the Parliament.
I am the Prime Minister of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka, the Deputy Head of the Government of Sri Lanka, and the most senior member of the Parliament in the Cabinet of Ministers. The Cabinet is collectively held accountable to Parliament for their policies and actions. The President will appoint a Member of Parliament as Prime Minister who, in the President's opinion, is most likely to command the confidence of Parliament. I will continue to hold office throughout the period during which the Cabinet of Ministers continue to function under the provisions of the Constitution, unless I resign from the post or ceases to be a Member of Parliament. In the Sri Lankan order of precedence, I am placed after the President but before the Speaker of the Parliament. It means I am the second in the order of precedence after the President and Head of the Cabinet of Ministers. I would be a member of the Constitutional Council, National Security Council, and the most senior member of the Cabinet of Ministers. As Head of the Cabinet of Ministers, I have the power to determine the number of Cabinet Ministers and ministries and assignment of subjects. Determine the number of non-cabinet ministries and assignment of subjects. Likewise, by the Constitution, I hold formal power to advise the President on appointment, dismiss, or accept the resignation of cabinet and non-cabinet ministers, change of subjects assigned to cabinet ministers. As per the Constitution, if the office of President became vacant, I would act in the office of President during the period between the occurrence of such vacancy and the assumption of office by the new President, and shall appoint one of the other ministers of the Cabinet to act in my office. In such situations, my office is vacant or I am unable to act, the Speaker shall act in the office of President. The President may appoint me to exercise, perform and discharge the powers, duties, and functions of the office of President for a period during the President is unable to exercise, perform, and discharge the powers, duties, functions of his office due to illness, absence from Sri Lanka, or any other cause. And the current Prime Minister of Sri Lanka, Honorable Mahinda Rajapaksa, Member of Parliament, I was sworn in as the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka on 21st November 2019 as 13th Prime Minister of Sri Lanka.
Then next will be the Leader of the House.
I, Yusra Afroz, as the Leader of the House, was appointed by the newly elected members of the Parliament for 5 years. My main responsibility as the Leader of House is arranging government meetings. The current Leader of House is Dinesh Gunawardena. Apart from being the Leader of House, he is also the Minister of Education and the leader of Mahajana Eksat Peramuna. He was appointed as the Leader of House on the 3rd of January 2020.
Then under the Cabinet Ministers, we have His Excellency the President.
I, Gotabaya Rajapaksa, the President of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka. I was appointed in 2019 presidential election. I've been appointed for 5 years. It was amended by the 20th Amendment of the Constitution. As the president, I hold many duties. I'd categorize it to parliamentary powers, administrative powers, judicial powers, diplomatic powers, ceremonial duties, and also has the power to make appointment. As the president, in those criteria, there are lots of powers and duties which are held by me. I can summon prorogue and dissolve the parliament to present ceremonial setting of the parliament. I have the right to attend the parliament once in every 3 months. I have the immunities which a member of parliament have. When it comes to administrative powers, I'm the head of executive. I keep the public seal of the republic and make numerous appointments under the which include the prime minister's cabinet and uncabinet ministers.
Thank you, Diana.
As judicial, sorry.
Okay, you may please continue.
Okay. As judicial powers, I appoint and remove Chief Justice, Justice of Supreme Court, Justice of Appeal, Justice of High Courts. I can give the presidential pardon to anyone without considering anything. When it comes to diplomatic powers, I can receive, recognize, appoint at a credit ambassador. In ceremonial duties, I held an important ceremonial role in state ceremonies, functions, and awards. Those are the main responsibilities and duties I held. And most importantly, I have the immunity. I can only be removed by an impeachment of the parliament. Thank you.
Thank you, Diana.
Then the Minister of Defense.
Protection, prevention, and control. These are three words are what defines my passionate career. I, Honorable Nandasena Gotabaya Rajapaksa, am the Defence Minister of Sri Lanka. Appointed on the 26th of November 2020 and elected by the Cabinet of Sri Lanka, I have continued my long career for 3 years and borne the responsibility of national safety. Some of my duties indicate creating a secure environment in the country that facilitates local and foreign investment opportunities. I also have to ensure military security, state security, cyber security, and food security to my people. And last but not the least, ensuring all actions necessary to get rid of crime, drugs, corruption, money laundering from my mother nation, Sri Lanka. Thank you.
Then the Minister of Agriculture.
And Mahendranath Arutkamagu was appointed as the Agricultural Minister. Was appointed on 2020 August 20th by the President on the recommendation of the Prime Minister. My responsibilities and duties are as follows: to develop the agricultural sector to fulfill the agricultural needs of the country, to develop agricultural technology to find new techniques and methods to increase agricultural productivity, to plan and develop policies to meet agricultural food requirements for the future.
Then the Minister of Health.
I, Janali Umedma, as the Minister of Health, was appointed on 2021 and elected by the President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. I am formulating health policy, set standards for the delivery of health care in country, and I am monitoring and evaluating the health service delivery by Gahan Health Service and teaching hospitals, other agencies, development partners, and the private sector. Also, I am responsible for formulating and implementing national policy of health, nutrition, indigenous medicine, and other subjects which come under in purview. Thank you.
Then the Minister of Youth and Sports.
I, Nama Rajpaksha, was appointed as the Minister of Youth and Sports
I served as the Minister of Youth and Sports since 12th of August 2020. I was the youngest person to hold this position. I became a member of the parliament by winning the seat of the Hambantota district in the south of the country for the Sri Lankan Podujana Peramuna Party at the general elections on 2010. A few of my duties as the Youth and Sports Minister is to promote of sports education like training and researchers, promotion of facilities to provide physical fitness for the general public and coordination of activities like regulating national sports associations, adopting measures for promoting sports medical facilities like combating doping in sports, and development and management of school complex. Thank you.
Then the Minister of Education.
The future of children is in our hands. As the Minister of Education, I, Dinesh Gunawardena, have a huge responsibility to enhance and develop the education of Sri Lanka. Our mission is to develop an excellent education system which enables students to acquire knowledge, skills, attitudes, and values to be future citizens who will perform their roles efficiently and effectively in a modern, globalized, knowledge-driven economy. We take control of policies, decisions, and planning activities to develop the education system. We allocate a large sum of money for education from the annual budget and utilize it in a careful manner. We develop teaching we develop teaching regulations and curriculum catalogs. We provide assistance for private schools, higher educational institutes, vocational training centers, and Pirivan institutes. We provide education free of charge from primary to higher education, and education is compulsory for the children up to 16 years of age. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, girls. Teacher, St. Mary's from the St. Mary's School.
Thank you, Varshini ma'am and students, for the really valuable inputs. Now, our children are ready with some questions.
Varshini ma'am and students for the are ready with some questions.
Our children are ready with their doubts. Can they ask now?
Doubt. Can they ask?
Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to see that this presentation was really informative, and now we have received a lot of information about Sri Lankan administration. Though Sri Lanka is our neighboring country, we haven't gone so deep to it. So you did it, guys. Thank you so much.
So, my first question is, what is the constitutional name of Sri Lanka?
Sorry, Chinchu, you were glitching a bit. Can you please repeat the question?
Yes, of course. This is Isha. So my first question is, what is the constitutional name of Sri Lanka?
I am Kevindi Senanga Ranasinghe from St. Paul's Girls' School, Milagiriya. The Constitution, Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Shinju. What is the role of bi-presidential system? Should I want to repeat?
Yes, please.
What is the role of bi-presidential system?
Is it the presidential system you want to know?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, girls, it's the
Semi-presidential system.
The president directly elected for a 5-year term is head of state, head of government, and commander-in-chief of the armed forces. The election occurs under the Sri Lankan form of the contingent vote. The president's deputy is the prime minister, who leads the ruling part in parliament.
Thank you so
Is
much.
it the answer? Is it the answer?
Basically around it.
If not, if not, were you asking about our single system, single executive system?
Like it's very new for us about semi-presidential system. So I was asking,
right.
what is it?
All right, girls. She wants to know the system what we have in Sri Lanka. It is so different from them, no? Anyone from us who is able to tell it for them?
The Sri Lankan system is the semi-presidential system, the form of government. It is a dual executive system where there is a president with a prime minister and a cabinet.
In this, who has more power, president or prime minister?
The president is the one with the most power.
Okay, thank you so much.
Can we know how is the power divided among them? Should I repeat it?
Repeat the
Yes,
question
please
again.
repeat. Yeah, please repeat.
Can we know how is the power divided among the president and prime minister?
Yes, the prime minister and president is inside the meeting. Both of you can give answers.
The answer.
Here in India, prime minister is the real head of the country, while the president is just a nominal head.
Yes, well,
Sri Lanka is a semi-presidential representative democratic republic whereby the president of Sri Lanka is the both head of state and head of government, and it relies on a multi-party system. Executive power is exercised by the president on the advice of the prime minister and the cabinet of ministers. Legislative power is vested in the parliament.
Thank you.
And there was another girl who who wanted to speak.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
I didn't see her name. Is it?
No, ma'am. Kevin told what I was about to say.
Ah, right. Safia. Okay.
Yes.
Any other questions?
Yes, ma'am. I would like to ask you if you know who the first Speaker of the Sri Lanka Parliament is. The first speaker of the Sri Lankan Parliament. I'm just curious to know. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, I am Shaili Sunena from St. Paul's Girls School, Milagiriya, Sri Lanka. The first speaker of the parliament in Sri Lanka was Alexander Francis Mulamur.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
And Alex, it was formed on the 7th of July 1931. As the speaker, he was appointed.
Yes, thank
I'm coming with the question. Could you please explain what the Sri Lankan flag symbolizes?
Hello. Could you please explain what the Sri Lankan flag symbolizes?
Girls, did you get the question?
Could you please repeat it? We can't hear it very well.
Yeah, all right. My question was, could you please explain what the Sri Lankan flag symbolizes?
The Sri Lankan flag symbolizes a lot of things. The lion represents the Sinhalese ethnicity and the strength of the nation. The bow leaves represent the Buddhist virtues of loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and equanimity, also known as Metta, Mudita, Karuna, and Upeksha. The sword of the lion is the sovereignty of the nation. The green color is represented by the Muslim nation, and the Tamil nation is represented by the orange strip in the flag.
All right, thank you.
And I want to add one more point. The yellow in the flag, in our flag, it shows that unity among all Tamil Muslims and Sinhalese, that everybody are bound together and there's no difference. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Can you please explain us the role of Assistant Secretary General prior?
Sorry, Chinchu, can you repeat that once more?
The role of Assistant Secretary General prior.
One of the main functions of the Secretary General of Parliament is to advise the Speaker and other presiding officers on matters relating to parliamentary procedure.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening all, this is Himanshi Singla. I wanted to know who was the first female minister in the Parliament of Sri Lanka.
I could not hear even. Can you please repeat it?
Yes, sure. I wanted to know who was the first female minister in the Parliament of Sri Lanka.
First, what minister?
Female.
Female minister.
Female. Woman minister.
Right.
The first female minister in Sri Lanka was Sirimavo Bandaranaike.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Yes, and she was appointed in 1960.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you so much.
Hello, this is Srishti Vineet. I had noticed that Sri Lanka had two capitals, and I was wondering if there was any particular reason for that.
Sri Lanka has two capitals. The first one is the Sri Jayawardhanapura, main capital of Sri Lanka, and the Colombo is the commercial capital of Sri Lanka.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, I'm Shubha. I just want to know whether the Prime Minister and the President of Sri Lanka are brothers.
Yes, they are.
Shubha, they are brothers.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I ask one more question?
Sure.
What is the role of Staff Advisory Committee? Should I want to repeat the question? Okay, continue.
The staff advisory committee has to improve the work environment, identify current work issues, and offer suggestions to the president to make changes about the above mentioned things.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, now we stop here the question section from
Hello, sister.
St. Mary's
Sister, I have one more question.
side. Okay.
Earlier, Srishti had asked the two capitals of Sri Lanka. So I was just wondering, what is the reason for there being two capitals in Sri Lanka? Why are there two capitals in Sri Lanka? What is the reasoning behind it? Like, does it have any benefits?
Yeah, Sri Jayawardhanapura Kotte and Colombo are the two capitals. Kotte is the official administrative capital of Sri Lanka. But as it is a satellite city of the main population center and it brings most economy to the country, Colombo is often referred as a capital, but we are telling it as a commercial capital. So the main capital is Sri Jayawardhanapura Kotte from the ancient times also.
Yeah, okay, thank you so much. Yeah, I would also like to ask you about the Constitution of Sri Lanka. When was it formed and who wrote it?
Could you please repeat it?
Yeah, the Constitution of Sri Lanka, right? Who were the authors and when was it written? Hello, did you get my question?
Hello, I'm Shaili Sunena from St. Paul's Girls' School, Sri Lanka. It was written by the 7th Parliament of Sri Lanka on the 22nd of May, 1972.
Oh, thank you so much.
Welcome.
Hello, can I ask you one more question, please? What is Hansard Department? Should I want to repeat my question?
Please.
What is Hansard Department?
Their main duties are to prepare a permanent index for the hazard and maintain a time record of the speeches of every member and the current index.
Lady.
Yeah, thank you.
Finish now.
Wow, a big round of applause to all participants of St. Paul's Girls' School from St. Mary's English Medium School of Kozhikode, which is a land of samarins and past. Our gratitude travel across Arabian Sea and Indian Ocean to reach there. So please accept our token of gratitude. So I would like to, can we have inputs from Ms. Oshni Dhanjana, the past president of GV Club? Bhashni ma'am, I hope Oshni Dhanjana is present.
Yeah. The past president of our club is here. She's coming from, at the moment she's in Australia and she's joining through Zoom.
Okay.
Good. Very good. Thank you so much. It's a great that she's joining from Australia, right?
Yes, sister.
Australia, right?
Yeah, sister. She's joining from Australia at the moment. Oshini, you can do the speech, Puta.
Please clap for her.
And I think all the ones who are gathered here would like to see your face. So please switch on your video also.
Please switch on the videos. Switch on the videos, all of you.
I request if the other students can also switch on their videos.
Oshini, we can't hear you. I see the mic is on.
Yeah, I had some trouble with turning on the video. That's
all right. Okay.
Oh, good. Can I start? Yeah.
Right, Oshini, you can start, Puta.
So, hello everybody. My name is Oshini Dhananjana. I'm currently living in Australia. I have graduated from Swinburne University of Technology, and I'm about to start my master's in accounting. It is my privilege to serve as the president of Global Vision Club for the year 2017. First of all, I would like to thank you all for inviting me to this great project. This was a very informative session to me as well, as I have learned so much that I was unaware of. I'm so happy to see the progress of our club and the language skills of our club members, as well as St. Mary's College, India. When I reflect myself for the past few years, I was a little girl who was so afraid to just the term of English. Then I heard of the Global Vision Club and I became a club member. At that time, I could understand English, but I was hesitant to speak up. Under the guidance of Mrs. Bhashini Vishwa and attending projects, meetings, I was confident to use my English skills as I knew it was a great platform to start my English journey. In 2017, I was elected as the president, and I'm so delighted to say I had a great team to work with. Some of our projects included writing and speaking activities from grade 6 students to upper grades. We were thrilled to see the feedbacks from our participants after the projects because the two students have improved their grammar, pronunciation, vocabulary, and the fluency. Global Vision Club was a great beginning to my English journey. I'm really grateful for Ms. Bashini Vishwa for her guidance and supporting us to make our project a success. The club has given me a great set of skills such as team spirit, ability to work under pressure, good decision making, which were really assisting me in my studies and my career. My advice to the new club members and the existing members is to try to participate every activity as much as you can. Don't be hesitant to express your opinions. Always be positive-minded and open-minded, as the Global Vision Club is a great opportunity to express your ideas and improve your English knowledge and skills. All the very best for the future projects. Keep up the good work, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Oshni ma'am. Here, I would like to highlight the fact that we are extremely blessed to have an interaction and collaboration with a school who already received accreditation from British Council twice. So now, may I request Ms. Deepthi Vijayan Singhe, British Council International Coordinator for Sri Lanka, to give the inputs.
Teacher, I guess Deepthi madam is not in the meeting because already she has sent me a message telling that she's having a problem with the electricity. So that I have asked Mr. Rakesh to give that chance to the junior president of my club, who was the former junior president, and currently she's I think she ended her degree and now she's waiting to join the masters in Australia. She's online with us.
Okay.
So,
hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Sadhu, please switch on your video, Puta.
So hello, hope everyone is doing good and staying safe. I'm sorry if I'm not visible enough because I'm joining through my phone. So I'm Sandhavi Senaviratna and I'm the former president of the Global Vision Club of St. Paul's Girls' School in Nigeria. Before further speaking, I would like to tell a word about today's project. So from a viewer's point of view, I would say the project was 1000% successful. To be really honest, I learned a lot from y'all. Hats off and a round of applause for everyone from my end. So speaking of myself, I'm 19 years old and I'm a degree holder in Bachelor of Commerce, double major in International Business and Management. And I'm about to start my master's in professional accounting in near future. If I'm to speak about the club, I joined the Global Vision Club when I was in grade 6 and continue to put my commitment for almost all the club projects, starting from morning speaking programs to educational programs such as cultural diversity, etc. I was this person who is always silent and studious, but believe me, without even knowing, this is the platform where I got all my exposure from. Why I say so is because I'm the immediate former president of the Student Activity Council of Edith Cowan University, Australia, and I organize events with 3.5 million budgets. To be the president of a student council in a well-recognized university, and to be the person who I am today, addressing huge audiences, organizing massive events. It's purely because of the exposure which I got through the club projects which I did in school. Same as you all. Trust the process because the output is going to be amazing. I take this opportunity to thank my school, our president, Madam Sumedha Jayavira, all the past presidents of the Global Vision Club, and especially and most importantly, Ms. Bashini Vishwa. Without your support, I'm no one today. She goes out of her duties and responsibilities just to make everything perfect. Thank you very much for everything, teacher. Before concluding, wishing everyone a bright and a successful future with all my heart. It's a great pleasure to be here. Thank you very much again and stay safe.
thank you, ma'am. Bhashni ma'am, can we conclude the session now?
Yes, teacher.
Vote of thanks.
Right. Okay, thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to join you all today. First of all, I would like to I'm really happy today to join you all through Zoom. This will be our first project for the year 2022. So first of all, I would like to take permission from your Madam Principal, Sister Anise, and also from my Madam Principal, Dr. Mrs. Sumedha Jayavira. And also I would like to thank all of you for giving us a chance. And then I think our Madam, the assistant manager from the British Council is not here today. She said, she has texted me telling that she's unable to join because of a problem due to the electricity failure in Sri Lanka. And also, Mrs. Kumudu is here from our side, and also from your side, all the teachers are here. So I'm really happy to be with you all today. And also, from both schools, we have girls and boys. From my school, I have girls, and from your side, we have boys and girls both. And also, I guess parents are also joining with us today. So, first thing what I should tell is, first I should really thank Mr. Rakesh Rao for his patience, because he had to wait, I think, 2 months for this project to become a success, or to make out this project. And for that, first of all, I would like to thank Mr. Rakesh Rao and also the Madam Principal of St. Mary's English Medium School, Sister Anise, because without the patience, I know we would have not come out with this project. And also there were such problems due to the COVID pandemic here also, because the schools was closed. And anyhow, today our project went very well. For that, I should thank all the students from both parties, because they have worked hard, even when we go through their presentations, and the way they question each other and how they interact with each other, it shows how far they have done a research on the parliamentary systems. So that is really great. As teachers, we can be happy. Sister Anise, I know as the principal of St. Mary's, you are proud of your students, and even my madam, Dr. Mrs. Sumedha Jayavira, she would be really proud of her girls, because both parties have done a great job today. So as the coordinator, we have not myself, not only me, even Mrs. Kumudu is here. She is the person who is working on behalf of me at school, because I'm not at school at the moment. I'm on study leave at a state university in Sri Lanka. So till I join back, she's the one who is doing everything on behalf of the club at St. Paul's, Milagiriya. So another thank should be another person whom I should really thank is Mrs. Kumudu. She's here with us today. Kumudu teacher?
Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Can you please switch on your video, because they should see your face. You are one of the greatest people who are with us.
Yeah, I am still on the way. This matter, I'll switch on my video. I think it's not clear.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Hi, hello.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Hi. Okay.
So,
thank you. Mute. Bashni, you are mute.
So she's the one who is doing everything at school on behalf of the club at the moment, and even not at the moment. Even since we started, she too helped us. As you all know, we have won the ISA award twice, and when I became the coordinator of the school Global Vision Club, I, with other teachers and the students, and also with the guidance of our principal madam, and with the guidance of the British Council assistant manager and the manager, we were able to win our ISA award in 2013. So from that day onwards only I became the coordinator. So from that day onwards, Oshini and Sandavi, my past presidents, were there with me. Not only them, they are past students. Already, most of them have already done their A levels and have gone out of the school. But I should remember them too, because without the girls, or without the teachers, or without the British Council's help, we are nothing. Because as a club, we need each and every person's help. Sometimes it can be the community, the local community, or the international level. So we have been doing projects with UK, India, and Pakistan. Not only with Pakistan and France. There were many schools. Really, I can't remember them, because there are a number of schools which we have been working with. So everything, for every project, the teachers, the principal, everyone helped us. So I should I'm really glad to be with the people who were with me since 2012, because we started in 2012, though we won the IS in 2013. So today also I'm really happy, because this became a successful project. Sister Anise and everyone. And from my side, I would like to thank you all, and thank you for being for about 1.5 hours with us. Thank you all.
Varshni, thank you so much. And I was so happy seeing your children presenting as if ministers, when they presented as a defense minister, as a home minister, as education minister, etc. My imagination has gone up to that extent that in future, maybe tomorrow, they are the ministers of Sri Lanka. Yes, I wish and pray the same thing.
Thank you, sister.
Yes, you have developed them well. You have developed them well, and I am really appreciating you, and also your principal and all those who. And I have heard just now 2 girls. They have developed from your system, from your atmosphere, through your hand, isn't it? That also thankful. I'm really. Then another thing, my children, when they have presented the mock parliament here, I also wished them, they are going to be the future leaders. My children, most of them are sitting here. Few only have come because of the limited situations, because of the pandemic situation. And a big group was got involved in the mock parliament. As if the political leaders, different parties, opposition parties, like that, they presented the mock parliament system very well. Thank you so much, Varshni.
Thank you, sister.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Varshni, ma'am. But
Let us conclude. Anybody has anything to say?
Sister, shall we give the kids a time to speak out? If they like, they can give us a feedback, sister.
Definitely. Children, right?
Ma'am, first of all, I want to thank everybody, because this was our first project and it was very exciting. And thank you very much, ma'am. This is a big experience for us for the future. And thank you.
Very good. Very good. Appreciating you, Molay. Appreciating.
I would also like to thank everyone for organizing the mock parliament, and we got to learn a lot about India's parliament and everything about it. So it was really interesting, and we enjoyed it very much. Dhanyawad.
Yeah, and I would also like to speak. I would like to say thanks to my Sri Lankan friends. As mentioned, my friend mentioned earlier, Sri Lanka is our neighboring country, but we never knew much about it. But today we are knowing a lot about it. So I'm so grateful and thanking all of you here. Thank you.
We would also like to thank y'all, the students, our friends of St. Mary's. Y'all were very confident, we noticed, and it was really nice being a part of this project with y'all. We are honored and privileged. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hello, this is Srishti.
For this interaction. Bhashi ma'am, we are really thankful.
Teacher, thank you very much.
Yeah, one more input from one more student. 1 second, please.
Once again, I'd like to thank you. I'm sure you're tired of hearing the thank yous, but we really are very grateful for this opportunity. It was so wonderful to see how things are different and how people can be different and how governments can be different. And it was great seeing all of you. And I'd like to once again thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
So thank you, Bhashini ma'am and team. The other day when we had a group call with you, we could see the passion that you Bhashini ma'am, the other day when we had an interaction with a group call with you, I'm Julie here. When we had an interaction with you, we could see the real passion in you. And I'm very sure that this real passion that you have would have made this your school to win twice. So congratulations for that. And I'm really thankful to you all from our side. Thank you.
Thank you, teacher. And we are really grateful to be with you all for about 1.5 hours. Thank you, sister, and thank you, dear children.
Thank you, Bhashini ma'am, for taking the time. So a busy person.
Thank you, Mr. Rakesh.
Shall we wind up, ma'am? Bhashini ma'am, Rakesh sir. Shall I end the meeting?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
We'll end the meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night to all.
Good night to all.